Hey guys, welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. In this video, I'm going to show you some strong spell combos that I use that deal with a lot more bigger enemies and scarier enemies that can be a lot more difficult to destroy because they are immune to things like Levitate or Levioso, Accio, and those things because it doesn't really do much. So in this video, I'm going to show you some combos that do stuff like this. So that is just the first one, which is really nice. And if you did opt for the curse, you can go straight into Crucio, Defendo, Expelliarmus, use the weapon, boom, done. And if they're still alive, you can use Leviosa to lift them up and keep them from attacking you. And then finally, we have stuff like this, which is more of a controlled kind of spell combo that I use for these smaller guys that can get a little bit annoying. But other than that, the first two are incredibly powerful, both for AoE damage as well as single target damage for fighting trolls, those giant spiders, those enemies that cannot really be moved around. Okay, so I'm going to show you some combat here. I'm going to go straight into this combat here with the infamous foe, and I'm going to just demonstrate how this works.
By myself.
And that's how well that works. I hope you guys like that. To show you quickly how to build it, so we're basically going to start out with these first three rows here. These are the first three spells, or the spell combos that we're using. Ignore my last one, that's just for utility stuff. So the first one, I highly recommend using Glacius because it freezes an enemy, stops them from moving, even works with big enemies, and the next attack that you do on it gets increased damage. So I highly recommend going straight into Bombarda. If you haven't unlocked this yet, which is after the second trial, then use Defendo instead, because trust me, you will get insane damage. And then I've opted to use Accio because this is mainly for smaller enemies that can be moved, as you can see, and then straight into the Incendio. But however, if you are against a boss, make sure they're standing next to you to get the Incendio effect, otherwise the range is not going to reach them. But I generally find that after the first two attacks, you'll generally get some enemies that are near you that you can start unloading this damage onto. The second combo here revolves around you using the Unforgivable Curse, Crucio. If you didn't use this curse, then you might have to change up what you do for the second combos. But if you do have it and you're willing to use it, you basically use the curse, which allows the victim to take damage over time and basically stops them from attacking. It also instantly breaks shields, by the way, which is fantastic. I definitely recommend using this on boss-like enemies and then either going into Defendo and then depending if it's one of those enemies that you can disarm, use Expelliarmus to take their weapon away from them and shoot the weapon back at them with your ancient magic. And if they're still alive or still kicking, you can use Levioso to float somebody or just use it as a shield breaker for another enemy nearby. Your final one, like I said, is for control or for really pushing the enemies around so that they're not all hitting you at the same time. So I start out here with Descendo. In case this is the same enemy that you used Levioso on in the previous combo, you can go straight into Descendo to do more damage. And then we're going to use Confringo here to just get a nice little, long distance kind of fireball damage. It's not crazy damage, but it's something to get out there. And then you could use Flipendo to flip somebody, keep them from attacking you, and Depulso to move somebody else away. Remember, the act of playing this game is to use everything to your advantage and keep many enemies off of their toes so that they're not attacking you the entire time. And ultimately, that is how you can use these combos to, beat some people in the game. I hope they helped. If you have some of your own combos at this level, let me know what you're using. And thank you so much for watching this video.